In this week's Torah portion, Toldot, Isaac, towards the end of his days, blesses his two boys, Esau and Jacob. Unbeknownst to him, Esau, the firstborn, like biologically and chronologically speaking, he is the firstborn. Jacob came after him, but later on in life they switched roles. Esau sold the rights of the firstborn to Jacob. So Jacob, at the behest of his mother, goes to receive his blessings. And so Isaac, seemingly unaware of the fact that it's Jacob, blesses him with the blessings of the firstborn. Jacob exits, Esau enters his father's tent, and he says, "Here I am, father, bless me before you die." And Isaac says, "I already gave someone the firstborn's blessings." "What do you mean?" And Esau says, "It was my brother. What are we going to do?" And he starts weeping, and he tells his father, "Look, bless me too. Do you only have one blessing for one boy? Bless me too, father." So his father says, "Look, I already made him your sovereign. So here's what I'll tell you. You will live by the sword. You will be subservient to your brother. And when he messes up and does not fulfill his elder brother duties, then you will have the chance to overtake him and to reclaim your status and your blessings and the rights of the firstborn that you are." So over the years, the sibling rivalry between Esau and Jacob didn't quit. Up until this day, our sages tell us that at the time of the Second Temple, the descendants of Esau were Rome, the Roman Empire. And the descendants of Jacob are, well, the tribes of Israel, the 12 tribes. So what I want to do here is not to get into the sibling rivalry thing. That thing is an ongoing process and an ongoing rivalry. But I want to talk about the individual. Regardless of Esau and Jacob, the individual, he basically tells Esau, when he doesn't do his job, then you'll have room. And I think this has to do with people at large. If you know your task, if you have a duty, I'm not even talking about a religious kind of duty or your duty to God. If you are aware of your duty to yourself, of that gift that you are meant to give to the world, if you become aware, if you're lucky enough to become aware of something that you should be doing, something of value, of significance, and you don't go after it, then you facilitate the arrival of negative forces and of rivalry, which will take the place of your positive action and your pursuit of a valued goal. I mean, if you are aware of what you're meant to do and you don't do it, there's something pathological about that. It means that you are choosing to ignore. Now, there are different reasons, sure, but if you're aware and you have the option and you simply choose not to do it because you're afraid, because you're anxious, because of I don't know what, a person has his reasons. It could be that you're really, really scared to make a move. It could be that you are aware of something that you should be doing, but it scares the daylights out of you. There's still something that it's worth the risk. That's just the thing. You need to choose your battles. You need to choose what you should pursue. Because if you choose a goal that is high enough, that is grandiose enough, if you choose a life that's significant enough, and you make that your end goal, it will be worth the risk. It will be worth those feelings you get of, oh my God, how do I do this? Am I doing this? Things of that nature. You need to think about it as you against yourself. So the Torah gives it as sibling rivalry, good and evil, Esau and Jacob, however you want to look at it. But it's something that also applies to every single man and woman on the planet, since we all have a job to do. And if we are aware of it and we don't go for it, that's a sin in itself. That's missing the mark. So I hope and pray that we all have a wonderful weekend, a wonderful new moon. It's a new month. And that's it. Let's do good things. Let's make good choices. Let's pursue righteous goals. Let's pursue the goals that we feel really belong to us. Let's not just go with the crowd. Let's not be sheeple. Let's figure out what we want and what we really should be doing and go for it and not be afraid.